Welcome to another episode of Focus on Taekwondo. I'm the host and founder of this podcast, Mark Russell. Have you ever wondered what it takes to get your black belt, win a tournament, perfect a poomsae, or defend yourself in the street? Well, here at Focus on Taekwondo, we intend to help you find those answers. We interview top professionals in their field, including masters, athletes and coaches, to give you an insight into what it takes for you to be the best you can be at this modern day, ancient global martial art and sport that is Taekwondo. Today we're interviewing Master Jaeung Shin from originally from Korea, who now lives in Ireland. So, hello Sabanim.
Hello, Hasabani. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, good, thanks.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me to the interview.
No, thank you for agreeing to this interview. Just to give the listeners a bit of background, we first met in 1998 in Korea at Kyung University. Can you give the listeners a little insight into where your life has taken you since our first meeting?
Yes. At the time, we met at the Kyung University, the Taekwondo Academy program. The program was for invite to the foreigner player to Kyung University and play with the Kyung University, the sparring players.
Okay.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. And then I graduated university. I went to the Laos for 6 months for teaching Taekwondo. And also I went to the Canada for, I believe, 9 months.
Right, okay.
And then back to Korea. And I made on my dojang. I'm starting my dojang business.
Okay.
So I'm living in the Osan. Osan is actually very nearby in the Seoul, 40 minutes from the Seoul. And I did 10 years on my dojang business in Osan. Yeah, and then 4 years ago we decided to, between the 10 years I married this Irish lady. In Korea, and then 4 years ago we decided to come to the island. So now I'm living. That's all.
I remember our conversation. I remember you saying, "Oh, I'm moving to Ireland," and I thought, "No, don't move to Ireland. Come to Scotland." And then you said to me, "Oh, but my wife is Irish," and I was like, "Oh, okay." I couldn't argue with that, you know. But no, it's good. Yeah, you've had quite an interesting life so far with Taekwondo.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, that time when I was in Korea, you helped me lots with my personal Taekwondo as well, which I'm forever in debt of you for that, to be honest. You really did help me a lot. So I'm just wondering, could you tell us a little bit about Taekwondo in Korea now? What's happening in Korea, basically, with the Taekwondo? How is it?
Yeah, it's Taekwondo for our national sports. It's not really popular sports.
Okay.
But still, it's a very, very big sports in Korea. And because it's a development in the South Korea and under South government.
Yeah.
So basically, we have four big groups we have. First one is KTA, Korean Taekwondo Association, under the Korean the KOC, Korean Olympic Committee.
Okay.
And also we have Kukiwon, and we have Taekwondo One. I think 3 is the biggest the group for Korea. And World Taekwondo Federation is still in Korea, so we have the big group in Korea. And also, so they use a huge money and many players,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, how many people would you say now are doing Taekwondo in Korea?
So we have the four very big groups in Korea.
Yeah.
For example, we have dojang in every town. It's like it's a soccer club in Scotland. It's maybe more than we have all the taekwondo clubs, but they are not all doing the competition, join the competition or something. They just they're doing for a hobby, for practicing taekwondo.
Yeah. Okay.
For example, for the players, I have now some information here. 2015,
Okay. Yeah.
2015, we have a sparring player registration under KTA, Korean Taekwondo Association. We have sparring player for male 6,095. The male players
Yeah.
is
Okay.
on the registration to the KTA. Is a lot.
So 6,000 male players. I think that's good. Yeah,
95. Yeah.
I think we'd be quite happy if we had that in Great Britain. That'd be good. But yeah, that's good.
Mm.
And what about female players?
No, the female for 1,831
All
for
right.
sparring is only
Okay.
sparring
Yeah.
player.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we have a poomsae player, poomsae player for under registry on KTA, 3,087
Okay.
there, and female for 1,169. So
Right. Okay.
all together 10,000, uh, 12,000 players
And
registration under Korean Taekwondo Association.
so are these
Yeah,
guys? These are the professional athletes then? Yeah.
yeah, mostly professional. I have to
Okay.
say mostly. If you in Korea, registration KTA means they mostly professional to join the competition.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, like for I think maybe 95% of people like professional for join every single competition. Yeah.
And what about 2017? Do you have numbers for those or?
I don't have the 2017
Right.
numbers.
Okay.
I have information for 2015, but I think it's not much different
Right. Okay.
to 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's
So
still
it's like
it's still a
mm,
popular sport then, yeah.
yeah, it's still popular as a sports for socially, although also the professionally
Okay.
very
Yeah, good.
yeah. Mm.
So, I mean, with those numbers, I mean, I think globally Taekwondo is obviously getting larger and larger all the time, especially with
Yeah,
it being an Olympic sport. So,
yeah.
I mean, how do you feel Taekwondo around the world has changed and will change?
Yeah, I think uh, yeah. Actually, it's basically many people complain about the too much changing,
Okay.
but also I think this is not only for Taekwondo. These days before we can use one information for around 10 years,
Yeah.
but these days new information we can only using for, I think, yeah, it's like, for example, some techniques or some technologies also, we can use only 6 months, even not 6 months,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
we can use, so everything is very, the information is, we can using longer than before. So everything have to be changed really, really quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so I think Taekwondo was, have to change, if you just stay is like going to be, the gomudo means is old martial art,
Okay.
you know
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
it's going to be the old martial art. If you uh it's not old martial art, it's not, it's not bad,
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
but
I mean, yeah, I mean,
uh,
if from the martial art point of view, then the tradition and everything should stay the same. But from the sport side of things, to stay in the Olympics, then they need to progress. They need to change. So,
mm,
and do you think that the changes they've made have been good changes, or only time will tell? Maybe.
yeah, I think quite very, I like it to changing,
Yeah.
it's many people, the rule with the, for example, still the, if you for example the sparring,
Yeah.
many people are the older style is more excitement, is more fightings, and then someone's, the uploading to the older style video in the Facebooks.
Yeah.
But also, quite frankly, honestly, also when we was the older style, the competition, also you did, I did,
Yeah.
we can see the many competition wasn't, you know exciting that much.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they, just, if you understand the distance, but if you doesn't understand the distance, many competition just bouncing together.
Yeah.
And the court is a 12 meter, is 10 meters.
Yeah.
So step back, step back, step back, step back, and lie down. Step back, step back, lie down. Also, we saw that many that kind of
Yeah.
competition too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Same-
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So if you making video like very exciting, in these day taekwondos also is very exciting.
Yeah. Yeah. You can always make it look exciting when it's just the highlights.
Yeah, yes, yeah, but
Okay.
yeah. So I like it to, but I want to be more use hand techniques.
Right. Okay.
So the
Okay.
problem these days, just for me, my opinions, the taekwondo, the sparring doesn't much looks like fighting. It's
Yeah.
like people like a fencing. It's like a foot fencing.
Yeah. It is.
It
It's
does,
like it's definitely like
yeah.
foot fencing. Yeah. It is a lot of lead
It's like
leg.
yeah, like touching at the point.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we should making more powerful taekwondo,
Yeah.
more looks like the fighting taekwondo,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
then yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we can do the technologically things. So I hope so to change more a little bit.
Yeah. We'll keep our fingers crossed. I hope it
Yeah,
happens. Yeah.
yeah. This is
Okay. So that obviously the sparring is one side of the taekwondo, but we now have
yeah,
new stuff like the beach taekwondo and the tricking. They're new things, and I'm kind of
yeah,
growing to like it. When I first heard
yeah,
about it, I thought it was a bit crazy, but I think
yeah,
it's okay. I like the tricking side of things. I think is really good. The beach
yeah.
taekwondo, yeah, it's growing on me. Like I say, what do you think? What are your opinion?
I'm just opinion is this is new market. It's
Yeah.
open the new market. That's all. We can. Many people worry about this new market will be broken to the traditionals or something. Yeah, this is all. Yeah, this is very good worried. I think so. We always have to be thinking about. It's the same question before you're asking sparring or poomsae or beach taekwondo, whatever. This is a martial arts sports. Our basic is the martial arts.
Yeah.
So if we lost the education part, and we lost to we just chasing like his K1 style, or
Yeah.
if you just chasing like the or only like the professional like boxing or K1 or whatever. It's just only chasing the event part. Very we should be careful.
Yeah.
This is martial arts sports. We should be look new. It's like a mixing.
Yeah.
It's not only way for martial arts way. It's not only for show way. So
Yeah.
we have to be mixing really well. But it's the personal. It's to me personally. It's like a new market.
Yeah.
Open the new
Yeah.
market.
No,
This
no,
is
it's okay. Yeah.
open new market. It's good for player and good for teaching people too. I think.
Yeah, I think to be honest, in my personal opinion, I think it's quite ingenious from the WTF or World Taekwondo to turn around and do the beach taekwondo, because I think in the future maybe they
Yeah.
will try and get it in the Olympics, because obviously the beach volleyball only use the courts for a few times, so maybe the
Yeah.
courts are a little bit free, so maybe we'll try and get some beach taekwondo in the Olympics.
Yeah. So also, the Olympic Committee to this day pushing many, the other way too.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I think it's just open the good market.
I
That's
think so.
all. Yeah.
So talking about
Yeah.
market and also like obviously the WTF is a massive organization, and so
Yeah.
is the ITF. Do you ever
Yeah.
think the ITF and WTF, do they have a future together?
Uh, I, I actually, I hope not. No, I mean, the variety is very important for
Okay.
martial arts.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, the variety. We use the same names. Somebody's confused about it, but we use the same names. But I like it ITF growing style and growing style. If we put them together, like actually we lost some variety.
Yeah,
I
I
think
think you're right. Yeah,
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 I think we can peacefully helping each other
yeah,
like this. Invite to WTF people, WT competition time, ITF people coming and doing the demonstration. And
yeah.
I like this situation.
So,
Yeah,
so
we can helping each other.
yeah,
Yeah.
so you'd like to have the ITF continue to be the ITF and the WTF or
Yes.
the WT to be
Yeah.
the same, but work together
Excellent.
more. They don't need to make
Yes.
one
Yeah.
organization. They just need to work more
I don't.
together. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I
yeah,
think. Yeah. Actually, personally, I'm South Korean. I'm South Korean, North Korean. Also, many people want to be one country,
yeah,
but actually, personal opinion, we can have the two country. We are same people, but we can more peacefully helping each other.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. Yeah, they can.
if you,
Yeah, I know what you
yeah,
mean. They can still be the two countries, but maybe they should work more together rather than
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
problems.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Thank you. Yeah,
yeah. Small country, yeah, we should have to be one.
yeah. I think so.
No, I don't think so. We just, like we are two countries, but
Hmm.
we feel we friendly, and we can helping more each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So now, obviously earlier on we spoke about that you've moved to Ireland, so I'm sure
Yes.
that was a big difference for you, even though you'd been to like Canada and that. But
Yeah.
I mean, how is the teaching different in the West to the East,
Oh, person is to, I think this is not teaching things, it's personal things,
Yeah.
I'm Korean.
Hmm.
So when I was teaching in Korea, I understand all of the cultures,
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't need to try understanding to how to uh, do with their parents, how to do with your children.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm only 4 years now, so I'm
Yeah.
still learning. Here, I don't understand completely
Yeah,
the
but
culture.
I've been teaching 15 years here and I still
Yeah,
don't understand, so don't worry.
really. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe never gonna understand, but
Every
I
day's
mean,
a school day.
yeah, yeah. So it's very difficult because basically we teaching the students, and we personally also met their parents, and so it's very difficult to people.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, very difficult. So also, but it's a house different in Korea. We
Yeah.
have taekwondo is means full-time job,
Hmm.
and we all set up. We have every like we
Yeah.
have dojang, and we go into the dojang and working. But still, I don't have an own dojang in Ireland, so I have to move to here to there. That is a little bit difficult, to
Yeah, yeah.
me.
But
So
I guess just
mm,
now you're, obviously by going to different places, you're helping more people, because I know I've, obviously practiced with you when you come over here, and my students really respect your style of taekwondo and they enjoy it. So I think that it's good that you get to go around. I mean, obviously, you go to France as well, and you do lots of work in France. So I
yeah,
think that it's good that you have the ability to travel to different parts of, obviously, Ireland and also Europe to help them.
thank you for yeah, thank you. Yeah, so well, in these things, so yeah, this is still I don't know how much different. Just personal opinions must be personally different.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So
Okay.
so obviously, like you're a student of Grandmaster Ikpil Kang. How did you first
Uh,
meet him, and what influence has Master Kang had on your Taekwondo?
yeah. First, I met him in the university actually, Kyung
Okay.
University. He was studying the Kyung University too.
Okay.
So I met him first time, but I never, I'm thinking about practicing under him.
Okay.
And then I believe I met him in the first Korean Open, and also with the first World poomsae Championship,
Okay.
World poomsae Championship in Korea. I met him there, and I'm very impressive. The time I saw, I'm never thinking, poomsae is like that,
Yeah.
because I'm sparring student, so I'm only learn about sparring.
Yeah.
So and after a few years later, at the time I'm very. That time I met him, and I'm very. This is very. It's motivation for I should one day I will practice in poomsae very
Okay.
seriously. I'm thinking, and then few years later, I saw he make a 청지회. Is like one of the masters, like poomsae teaching groups,
Okay.
poomsae
Yeah, yeah,
practicing.
yeah. Okay.
So, and joined there, and I'm practicing under him. And what is very impressive from him, he's very studying. He's studying a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and also, uh, you know, when you run the poomsae, you have many questions. He has right answer.
That's
It's like
yeah.
right. It's a right. I can't say right answer. It's good for me. It's like I always when you question something and then somebody answer, you're always feeling like, oh, that is exactly what I want.
Right.
You know,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
feeling like he always giving to the correct and good answer. So this is very impressive.
His
Yeah,
his book is very good, huh?
yeah. His books are very good,
Mm.
and also he keeps starting, and he's also studying a lot, and he tried to explain to the people what he know. So, and very good. And also when I learned the Pumse, he teaching me about more concentration on yourself.
Okay.
You know, because when you run the competition sparring, we learn how to what he counterattacking, so what I should do, and how to use the line, how to use the quote, how to use time, how to use the fake motions, and like it's like sparring style, for
Yeah. Right.
winning.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But when he learning from Pumse, from him, he always teaching me how to what are you doing now? Where's your feet? Where's your breathing? Where's your body? Where's your posture? It's like teaching me more understanding yourself. What is your mind? Where's your eyes?
Right.
Where
Okay.
it's very different and very. It's the same martial, arts, same under Taekwondo, but very different experience to me. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. Good.
is it okay for answer?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a great answer. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Um.
Yeah.
So, obviously, you're quite high level at Taekwondo. You're seventh degree, black belt in Taekwondo. I mean, what advice would you give to people doing Taekwondo?
Met good master,
Hmm.
good teacher. Good teacher is most important. Whatever the good teacher is important. A good teacher means it's not really many knowledge or something. It's good teacher means it's always try
Yeah.
hard to practice himself and teaching himself,
Yeah.
and or good instructor is good. Meeting met the good instructor is most important.
Yeah.
And second one, um practicing harder, that's all.
Yeah. No. No. Definitely. I understand. I mean, I
Sorry,
know. I know how.
sorry. It's so many things, but it's I just actually basically a really good advice is good instructor and practicing harder. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
No. No. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't apologise. It's good.
Yeah.
Um. So, what important thing would you say is missing in most people's Taekwondo?
Missing.
Yeah, what would you say is missing? Is it one thing? Is it do they care only about the sparring, or do they care only about the learning the techniques? They don't understand the techniques. What would you say
Uh,
is missing?
착법.
O-
착법 means actually 착법 means this is like a ceremony.
Okay,
When you go to the church, first time you go, like for example the Catholic church. When you go to Catholic church, you put in the water, doing some ceremonies, and you know, how can I say it's holy water? What is it?
I'm not sure. I think yeah, holy water's
Yeah,
fine. Yeah.
something water, and put in the in the forehead, in the making clothes, and
Mhm.
going to into the church here, and sitting inside, and like a little bit knee bowing,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
sitting. The things we have chakpop. So actually, the dojang, the etiquette is from the Buddhist temple.
Okay.
The first time you don't use when you go to Buddhist temple, you don't use the front gate, you only use the side gate.
Okay.
So coming to the side again and then bowing deeply, and then bowing 3 times and whatever, and then you doing some chanting or meditation and whatever, and then standing and bowing, and then back 3 or 4 steps back steps, and then bowing in front of the door and get out.
Okay.
This is like we say 작법. It's like a temple etiquette, 도장 etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly missing things that these days, I'm in sparring or poomsae competition, still poomsae competition, doing some the 작법, the etiquettes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sparring times, many sparring in the competition, they losing many bowing things, you know.
Yeah.
So the missing things is that you know
The respect.
simple respect etiquettes.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
very simple one. Just for example, sparring is not anymore. After sparring, they not doing the bowing anymore. Just
Right.
home,
Yeah.
then they crazy for grounding. Like this. I think a little bit. I hope just a few seconds bowing each other, and then they respect to the other coaches, and then they can do
Yeah.
it in their
Yeah.
own ceremony.
I think most people feel that respect is what you get taught in martial arts. So I think it's a shame that in the sport side of it
Yeah,
that it isn't shown as much.
yeah,
But I guess the sport is changing, and the obviously the fighters are changing as well, and some of them are not even coming from a Taekwondo background. Which is quite crazy. So, but that's just the game or the sport that it is.
yeah. Yeah, so yeah, that is things. So it's also even the I like to when you're practicing, you don't need to wearing the dobok all the time. I'm
Yeah.
actually I no problem. But when you in the competition, I saw that someone like even the world champion or world champion, like a bronze medal, silver, world championship medalist, even they couldn't tie the belt to them
Yeah.
properly.
Yeah.
It's I few days ago I have someone actually I saw that someone uh coming to the Dublin to the some sparring special
Seminar.
session,
Okay. Yeah.
special seminars, and then after they took the pictures, but he's also world champion levels, but he couldn't title his belt himself
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
properly.
Yeah.
One is go right side, one is go down that way.
Yeah. Hmm.
Is when I saw this one, and I'm very like like a little bit
Yeah. Sad.
I
Yeah.
can't explain. Very sad, very sad. World champion level and world champion silver medal, Olympic bronze medal, whatever, and they couldn't tie the belt themselves.
So yeah, the basics are gone.
Oh, these things, it's a little sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Which moment in Taekwondo are you most proud of, and also which moment in Taekwondo are you least proud of? Personal or global, up to you.
Yeah,
It's a big question.
actually, simply, to me, I'm Korean. I'm
Hmm.
South Korean, and Taekwondo is our home. This is
Yeah.
growing in our country.
Yeah.
I'm Korean, and I'm Korean people doing Taekwondo. This is I'm proud of myself always.
Yeah.
You know, because sorry, Taekwondo is not Koreans anymore. This is like worlds.
Yeah. It's a
But I'm
global sport.
Korean.
Yeah.
It's global sports, but I'm very proud of starting from the Korea. So opposite way, so many un things. Also, I'm a Korean master, so I have very big responsibility too. Cookie ones have many problems.
Hmm.
World Federation have many problems. The everyday moment. The political problems. Always I'm unproud of myself too.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is all the time.
Yeah. No.
Proud.
Yeah. So it changes, eh? Sometimes
Yeah,
you're proud of Taekwondo. Sometimes you're not proud of Taekwondo.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
All the time. Because I'm a Korean, so more like a maybe I'm too much thinking. But I'm just sometimes like this.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, how do you feel about, obviously all Taekwondo students? Do you think that, like, including the fighters, do you think they should do poomsae? And what would the long-term benefits be?
Benefit, yeah. I think, you know, someone very suiting the sparring, someone
Yeah,
very suiting the poomsae too. But I it's very difficult questions. But
yeah,
yeah, we should think about this professional level, and you know, before the professional level, they have to practicing both way.
yeah,
Well, someday when they will be know which one more suits them, somebody I like sparring and going to
yeah,
sparring way.
yeah,
I like the So I think the before you ask me to what you're thinking about to the beach taekwondo or something. So it's like before only you like taekwondo, you only want to be professional taekwondo, only go in the sparring way. But
yeah,
now they can go to demonstration way, they going to poomsae way, they're going to sparring way. So first time they're practicing have to be all together, but when you know when they a little bit after when they practice, they will know what to suit them. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, in my school, I tend to like I believe that's the same. I try to teach them all parts of Taekwondo, whether it's Kurigi,
yeah,
the sparring side, or Poomsae, the pattern side, or the self defense side, or I think they should learn all up until black belt, and then once they become a black belt, they choose which side they want to do, and I think that's the best way because I don't think it's the instructor's choice.
yeah,
I don't think
yeah, 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 yeah.
some schools just say, well, we do Kurigi only. I think that's a
Yeah,
shame.
it's like a school curriculum is the same, like you when you elementary school you study about many different things.
Yeah,
And then when you're going to the university you don't need to, when you go into university you just more studying
specialized.
about
Yeah,
what you like it, especially detailing.
hmm
I think this is that is similar things.
yeah,
So when you before the black belt you have to learn many curriculums, and then you know more you know practicing more the
specific.
detail
Yeah,
later.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So what do you feel the benefits are of Poomsae?
Yeah, poomsae, benefit of poomsae. You can practicing, uh, you can, is that things, benefit of poomsae is like understanding,
hmm
yourself.
Yeah,
Try, more focused,
yeah,
more like a concentrate on yourself,
hmm
and also when you teaching sparring or when you're doing sparring, you feel like everything kind of things.
yeah,
Like, yeah, like how he always kick that one. This counter attack kick is very good. Why you couldn't do that? Very
hmm
good. But when you're doing a poomsae, you know, to be honest, very difficult to even down blow properly.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
yeah,
technical, and good for
yeah,
the brain and good for focus. Yeah, I
yeah.
totally agree. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The Oyama masters, the Kyokushin karate
hmm
master, Oyama masters. His Korean name is Jaeung. He interviewed with the NHK, the Japanese the broadcasting,
Okay.
when he was a 60th birthday party, birthday that they. So they made him from Kyokushin Karate documentary, and they interview him. And what is the most difficult for the technical karate for you? And he say, I'm still very difficult making uh, the fist punch.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, very difficult to making properly. And I when I was young, when I heard of that story, he must be very humble. I was
Yeah.
thinking like, but actually now I'm thinking, actually that's true.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to making, punching properly. Yeah, it
Okay.
is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So poomsae is very good for making humble. All right.
Okay,
Yeah.
so one last question.
Yes.
What?
Wow.
So many questions, I know.
Yeah.
What is it that makes Taekwondo different to other martial arts, and how would you describe what it takes to be a black belt?
Oh, very difficult actually. Yeah. Um. Actually, technically, all the martial arts is the same
Yeah.
because we use a human body, so can be, technically or basically the fundamental is really really same.
Okay.
The Taekwondo is good things about the Taekwondo. Even we have many problem in the uh, Taekwondo in the politically, but we don't have uh, uh, like a ITF have only one master in there.
Yeah.
Jaeong is much the General Choi he's a one master,
Yeah.
and now after he passed away, the many groups, but always each group have only one master in the top.
Okay.
That is very also that is good things because they have a very good traditional.
Yeah.
But Taekwondo have we have many good masters in our groups actually. Yeah, if you're looking for to the in the Taekwondo, we have many. We our group is big. Also, we have many good masters in our groups.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that is very good things. For example, the other martial art groups, very small. If you Watokai karate or Wadoryu karate or Kyokushin karate or Shotokan karate, they have many good master there, but they have each groups. But in Taekwondo, under Taekwondo, we have so many good masters and under very big the Taekwondo
Organization.
groups.
Yeah.
That is good things. Yeah.
So the last one. What does it take to be a black belt? If a white belt beginner came to you and said, "I want to be a black belt. What do I need to do? What does it take?"
Oh, keep doing.
Yeah.
Never give up.
Yeah.
Keep
Persistence.
doing.
Huh? Persistence.
Yeah. Persistence. That's all. Really have to be keep doing. So the guide is very important. So instructor is
The
very
instructor again.
important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guiding. But it's a good guiding means is everybody's different. So even for example, I also I one of the students is not good uh, relationship with me, so he going to move to the another clubs.
Yeah.
You know, uh, I have that people, so I so so the guide we are guide. So we have to always question to self, what is good guide, what is good instruction.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, people's personalities don't always meet, so it is good
Yeah,
to, to have it's good to have the choice,
yeah,
So to
yeah,
be a black belt, it's persistence. It's about persistence and,
yeah,
finding a good instructor to help you
yeah.
and guide you along the way to being persistent so you can get to black belt. There's no magic, huh? No magic.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Okay, brilliant, Master
Okay.
Shin. Thank you very much for your interview. And
I hope my English is okay,
your English is magic. It's
listener.
much better than my Korean. So I'm glad we did the
Uh,
interview in English and not Korean.
so embarrassed. I'm so sorry if my English is
No, it's fine.
really.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Yeah. I'm just 4 years here.
It's good. No problem. I'm glad you're here for 4 years. So if you'd like to hear more interviews about Taekwondo, don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment on iTunes. Also, you can check out our website on www.focusfitnesscenter.com for all the links and more information on the podcast.